Hi friends, I'm TTB. Welcome back to Mechwarrior 5 and Mercenaries, the Cantina guide. Everything about the Cantina explained for you so you can understand what the Cantina is, how to use it, and what it can do for your mechs. Now, first and foremost, what's the Cantina system? Well, it's comparable to Mechwarrior Online's Quirks system for mechs. Essentially, you can choose from a list of unlockable perks, and that will allow you to buff certain specific aspects of your mech to make it, for example, more heat efficient, or do more damage, or move faster, or live longer. So how does it work? Well, you have to do special Cantina missions while fulfilling merc contracts in the inner sphere, and those Cantina missions, they will become available on the map at level 4 of your merc unit. And they can be acquired wherever a Cantina is available. So for example, this green icon right here, the circle with the 3 dots and the dot in the middle in green, that denotes the availability of a Cantina. And if you go to the Cantina from the home screen over into Cantina, you can see which kind of missions are available right now. And then you can click on them and choose to accept them up to a maximum limit of 6 jobs that you can have at a given time. You can review the progress of your Cantina missions and your perks by going to the operations side of things, and here you have the career, which showcases your Cantina perks and your progress. You can also go ahead and cancel Cantina missions, because some people have been asking about that and not finding how to do that. You go to objective logs, and over on the side here you have your Cantina jobs, and then you just click on your job, and on the PC you press Q to abandon that mission. That will allow you to cancel a certain Cantina mission if you want to take up, for example, a different one that you can more easily fulfill. Now, when you do Cantina missions, you're getting Cantina experience on one of these 5 different Cantina branches: Equipment Collector, Mech Collector, Mech Hunter, Treasure Hunter, and War Dog. Each of these branches differs in the requirements that you have to put in to successfully fulfill a quest. So for example, for a Mech Collector, there are quests that will require you to go ahead and find mechs. As you can see, for example, here, Mech Collector, for this quest to be fulfilled, you would have to collect 1 Griffin mech, a specific one, the Griffin 1S, and the reward would be 5.6 million C-bills, 300 reputation, a tier 5 Narc missile beacon, 10 single heat sinks, and then reputation for your merc outfit, and reputation for your career. And in order to level up in your career, as you can see, this mech collector level is now at 8. We get 40 reputation, and it also showcases you how much reputation you currently have and how much you get from fulfilling that specific career contract. In this case, the 40 reputation would get us to level 9. And of course, the levels differ in the experience that you need to acquire. So for example, lower levels, you need like 10 or 20 XP, and the contracts are also giving you less job experience on the lower levels. So it rises with the progress that you get throughout your career system. For example, for War Dog, you have to do different missions. You have to kill VTOLs or a set of tanks in order to proceed. And of course, you always get some rewards for that as well. So it's a nice way to make money on the sidelines while just doing normal missions, and you're getting these cool quirks on top of it that you can then use to improve your mechs. Also, keep an eye out for the Treasure Hunter mission icon on the map, as well as in the mission screen when you are negotiating for contracts. If you see this icon, it means that this mission has a chance to spawn, or will actually spawn, one of the treasures, and then you have to pick it up on your map. It's going to be marked on your minimap in the mission. In order to improve your mechs, those mechs need to have available slots. And how many slots do your mechs have available for Cantina quirks, you might ask? Well, mechs come pre-equipped with a set of predetermined quirk slots. Cantina quirks come in 2 sizes. They come in a slot size 1 or in a slot size 2, and we will make that clear in a second right here. A mech that has 6 quirk slots can house any combination of quirks up to a maximum total of 6, and of course the quirk sizes make up 1 and 2, so you could have 6 quirks that take up 1 slot size, or you could have 3 quirks that take up 2 slot sizes, or any combination up to 6. Now, how can you see how many quirk slots your mech has? Well, you go to the BattleTech screen, and you click on your mech, and you go to upgrades down here, And that will showcase how many slots you have up here, equipped slots. This Victor Basilisk Hero Mech, for example, has 8 slots available. Easier to view the amount of quirks available is it to go ahead and just mouse over your mech, but for that you need a specific mod. That mod is called Mech Attribute Viewer, and that shows the mouse over. For example, the Cyclops right here, the yellow icon with the chevron, has 9 equipment slots available, or 9 slots available for quirks. This Annihilator only has 6. The King Crab right here, Hero Mech, has 8. Dragon Shadow also has 8, and this Atlas also has 6. Once again, if you just go to the upgrade screen, you can then see it. Equipped slots, 0 out of 6. And let's say, for example, you would put in like internal structure 10%, that takes up 2 slots. Refined armor takes up 1 slot. Then you would go ahead and buff your missile damage with 2 slots, and maybe some ballistics range and velocity. This is just a census combination. Just wanted to show you guys how this looks. You will see that some of these attributes improve, armor and structure. You will see the previous value and the normal and the new value. And you will also see down here how long it takes to do that, which is currently hidden by me, and the amount of money this will cost, because quirks are not free. Yes, you unlock them for free, but you have to pay money, and you have to wait for some time to get them into your mechs, just like equipping weapons, for example. Let's go ahead and talk about the available quirks. In the Equipment Collector tab, we have longer burn time, which gives you 15% extra jump jet burn time. We have Anchor Turn, which gives you 7.5% turn speed. We've got Accurate Focusing Arrays 1, 7.5% energy range and velocity. Shorter burn time for 7.5% reduced laser duration. Refined Armor 1 for 2.5% armor for your mechs. Improved range for 10% weapon range and velocity. Expanded sensor range 2 for a total of 20% sensor range. Faster projectiles 2 for a total of 15% ballistics range and velocity. Condensed cycle time 2 for 10% in energy cooldown time. And faster weapon cycling for 7.5% reduced weapon cooldown time. In the Mech Collector tree, we have Condensed Cycle Time 1 for 5% reduced energy cooldown time, Superior Detonation 1 for 5% ballistics damage, Heat Containment 1 for 5% heat capacity, that is the maximum heat that your mech can store before it goes into overheat, Damage Tuning for 5% weapon damage, Missile Exhaust Venting 1 for 2.5% reduced missile heat, Enhanced Energy Output 2 for 10% energy damage, Ballistic Heat Transfer 2 for 5% ballistic heat reduction, Potent Warheads 2 for 10% missile damage, Reduced Power Consumption 2 for 5% reduced energy heat, and Reduced Heat Spikes for 5% flat heat generation on all weapons. In the Mech Hunter tree, we get Rapid Jump Jet Recharge for 20% Jump Jet Refuel Rate Improvement. We have Fortified Internal Structure 1 for 5% extra internal structure points. We have Faster Projectiles 1 for 7.5% increased ballistic range and velocity. Tighter Missile Clusters for a decrease in missile spread of 7.5%. Enhanced Energy Output 1 for 5% flat energy damage. Ballistics Heat Transfer 1 for 2.5% ballistic heat reduction. Responsive Movement 2 for 20% acceleration and deceleration, Aerodynamic Hull 2 for 15% extra missile range and velocity, Quick Armor Feed 2 for 10% ballistics cooldown time, and Heat Containment 2 for a whopping 10% extra heat capacity. In the Treasure Hunter tree, we get Aerodynamic Hull 1 for 7.5% missile range and velocity, Quick Armor Feed 1 for 5% reduced ballistics cooldown time, Potent Warheads 1 for 5% missile damage, Faster Cooling for 5% heat dissipation, Reduced Power Consumption 1 for 2.5% less energy heat, Faster Missile Reload 2 for 10% reduced cooldown time on missiles, Refined Armor 2 for a total of 5% armor bonus, Superior Detonation 2 for 10% ballistics bonus, and Missile Exhaust Venting 2 for 5% missile heat reduction, and Weapon Heat Transfer for 2.5% weapon heat reduction. This applies to all weapons. In the Warlock tree, we have Expanded Sensor Range 1 for 10% extra sensor range. We've got Target Lock Retention for 25% target lock retention and lose lock time, so that allows you to keep your lock longer before you lose that lock and the targeting information. Jump Jet Thrust for 15% jump jet acceleration, so the amount of lift or the acceleration you get when you press your jump jet button. Responsive Movement 1 for 10% acceleration and de-acceleration boost for your mech. Torso Twist Speed gives you a flat 20% torso twist speed increase. Faster Missile Reload 1 gives you a missile cooldown reduction of 5%. Anchor Turn 2 gives you 15% bonus turn speed on your mech. Internal Structure Fortified 2 gives you 10% internal structure. Accurate Focusing Arrays 2 gives you 15% bonus energy range and velocity. And Boosted Top Speed gives you 15% top speed on your whole mech, especially useful on assault mechs, of course. Also guys, do take note that you can mix and match these, and of course they're not exclusive. So what you can do is you could, for example, use Enhanced Energy Output 1 for 5% energy damage, combine that with Enhanced Energy Output 2 for 10% energy damage, and then combine that with Damage Tuning for 5% weapon damage, effectively turning your energy weapon damage, if you have an energy weapons board, up by a whopping 20%, which is a significant increase. So you can combine these, they're not exclusive. If you take the lower end quirk, you could also take the higher end quirk on top of it, and they will just add to each other. What do I consider like the weaker quirks? I consider the flat armor, flat structure quirks weaker than others. Jump jets, anything to do with mech turning speed or torso twist speed, sensor range, acceleration, deceleration, those I consider the weaker ones. So which ones are the best ones, or what are the best combinations? And of course that highly depends on the amount of slots that you have available in your mech. We have discussed this in chat, and the consensus is flat damage quirks are really nice. As I said, you can get up to 20% extra damage for no additional heat. You will destroy your targets faster, and thereby you will also increase your own survivability, because what dies faster can't shoot back at you. Flat heat reduction is also very useful. Range can be very useful, or range and weapon speed can be very useful. And of course, as I said already, for assaults, 1 point gives you 15% top speed. It doesn't sound like much, but believe me, there's a stark difference between a mech that goes 48 kph or 54. You want to make sure you get that extra top speed, especially on assaults. It can also be nice for heavies, but on assaults, this thing I would say should be in all of your mechs. What would be some example combos? Well, let's say for example you build an energy boat. Well, we've already told you 5% energy damage. On top of that, you add the 10% energy damage. Now you have used up 3 slots in total. Then you add 5% weapon damage flat right here. That's also a 2-slot quirk, so you have 5 slots consumed at this point. Then you could add 5% heat generation right here, reduced heat spikes. Now you're up to a total of 6 slots. And if you have any other slots available, you could go for cooldown, or you could of course go for top speed. For an LRM support build combo, for example, you could go for damage, and then you could invest in range, or then you could also think about investing in sensors, but only for that very specific mech build. And make sure you pilot this, or make sure one of your friends pilots this. This is not an AI mech, that I would say. One other point that's very important to note is also that if you take your mech and you put it into storage, your quirks will go away. This mech right now has 6 quirks as an annihilator. We put it into storage. Now it's in storage. We put it out of storage. No more equipped slots. So all the money you invested into your quirks are going away. This is something that PGI, in my opinion, should fix, because there's no reason why those quirks should just be removed as you put the mech in storage. Weapons, sure, makes sense, those go away, but equipped slots should stay, especially if you plan on then unmothballing your mech, and then you realize, oh, wait a second, I spent 200 days for all these quirks to be equipped to the mech. I spent like 4 million C-bills, and it's all gone now, so keep that in mind as well. Alright guys, if you have any questions at this point, put them down in the comments below. If this video was helpful to you, hit the thumbs up button to let YouTube's algorithm know that this was a useful video that other people should see, that other people might benefit from. And of course, if you want to support me, there are various options available. Just check the list down in the video description below. Thanks for watching. This has been TTB. I'll see you around.